Most guys under 30 have never approached a girl in their life. So I'm gonna break down a park approach that I did that started off a bit shaky, but actually ended up really well. You'll see how simple it could actually be when you just talk to her like a human and see where the conversation goes without forcing anything. So I'm gonna walk you through the first few opening lines, how the conversation flows, and how I asked for her number at the end. If you never learn this skill, you'll probably live a very lonely life because dating apps just fucking suck. So watch this all the way through and steal whatever works for you. So the first 30 seconds of the conversation weren't filmed, but the video does come in later.
Disculpe, hola, ¿hablas inglés? Sí, you speak English? I thought you were very cute. I just want to say hi.
No.
No? What do you mean? No, do you understand?
Do you need some information about
Oh no, I just thought you were very cute. I wanted to say hi. Yeah, what are you up to today? What are you doing today?
I'm going to go to La Boca.
La Boca, okay. What are you doing in La Boca?
There is candombe. You know what candombe?
So that's about 20 seconds in. I want to quickly go over what just happened because there was a lot that you could learn from right there. So after I told her that I thought she was cute and I just wanted to come say hi, she literally said, no.
I thought you were very cute. I just want to say hi.
No.
Which I was like, okay, I've been rejected, but I've never been rejected like that badly. Just like, no. So I was like, maybe she didn't understand me. Maybe there's like a language barrier or something. So I repeated myself and I was like,
No? What do you mean? No, do you understand?
Do you need some information about
Oh no, I just thought you were very cute. I wanted to say hi. Yeah, what are you up to?
so after kind of staying in the conversation, trusting my gut a little bit that like maybe she didn't understand me, she actually said like, do you need some information? And I was like, oh, no. I just thought you were really cute. I wanted to come say hi. It kind of broke the tension. So that was the first few opening lines. Basically after that, I just asked her what she was up to.
Say hi. Yeah, what are you up to today? What are you doing
I'm
today?
going to go to La Boca.
La Boca.
This is, in my opinion, the best like conversation starter that you could bring up after you've already told her that you think she's cute. Just kind of like what are you up to today? Because, women are always, every single human being on earth is always up to something. So getting an idea of like literally like when you approach a girl, what they're up to in that moment. This girl was sitting on a bench. So I just wanted to ask her like, what are you up to right now? Like, why are you out here?
Okay, what are you doing in La Boca?
There is candombe. You know what candombe?
Wait,
Percussion.
percussion.
So she told me that she was about to go to a different part of the city to listen to some drums, like some percussion music or something. Skipping ahead a little bit, the video will cut in a moment. I'm sorry about that.
Google knows everything.
Yes. Oh, I like your tattoo. The butterfly.
Yes.
See, it's
Do you
cute.
have tattoos?
Yeah, I got this one right here.
So right there, I was like, oh, I like your tattoo, the butterfly. It's really cute. She immediately said, oh, thank you. Like, do you have tattoos? And we got into a little conversation about tattoos. A lot of times in these conversations, watching these approach videos, it feels like, okay, as the guy, you always need to be leading. You always need to be asking questions. And the truth is, in the very beginning of the conversation, you do need to lead, right? Because women aren't going to walk up to you to approach, right? You as the man have to walk up to them. But you'll be surprised, bro, like a lot of approaches that you end up doing, after those first 20 to 30 seconds of you leading, women will kind of relax into it a little bit and they'll start asking you questions as well. And then after that, it's just like autopilot, right? Because it's not just you thinking about what to say. It's also, the woman asking you stuff and it's just easier that way.
Years ago.
Okay, so this is...
Calafate, Salten. Yes, I came back after you.
Yeah, you came back. You liked it.
Yes, because there is a special connection between Argentina and Italy.
Yeah, you fit in. There's a lot of Italians here.
Yes.
Yeah, do you have family here? Like, tienes familia? Oh, do you speak Spanish?
Yes.
Oh, wait, so so you speak Spanish? How do you speak Spanish?
Almost native because I lived here and I live in Spain now.
Oh, okay, perfect. Wow.
Have you been there?
Yes, I've been to Barcelona and Madrid.
I'm Malaga, no. The
Malaga,
South,
no.
Andalusia.
No.
It's just funny because you might be watching this thinking like, bro, this conversation is boring. This guy has no game. And it's like, this is what approaching is. You don't have to have game. It's not like, I think game in general, it's like, what the fuck? I hate the YouTube, like the YouTubeification of human conversations. A lot of videos, like once you get into the rabbit hole of like pickup and all that shit, right? It's like people make it seem like it's like some sort of sport or something, which to some guys it is. There's guys out there that consider themselves to be pickup artists and, even guys like, and I'm not trying to like throw shade, but this is just reality, right? Coach Kyle, he's like the biggest guy, you know, as far as like cold approaching goes, right? He does it as if it's like a hobby, which like, in my opinion, this isn't a hobby. This is just a way to meet a girl. And, you know, you could have a fun dating life, or you could end up, you know, getting into a long-term relationship like I did from approaching. And obviously, once you're in a long-term relationship, you're not going to be going out approaching women as if it's like a sport or something. Okay. So this whole idea of like game and Riz, bro, it's literally like a simple ass conversation like this. Okay. And that's kind of what I want to talk about on this channel, like in my other videos, is like these conversations are really down to earth and chill if you want them to be, okay? And it's really not your fault if you feel like you need to be like, you know, really cool and clever, because, you know, the way that this stuff is talked about on social media, you know, like game and Riz and, you know, pick up and all this stuff, it just kind of overcomplicates things and it makes it seem harder than it actually is. But in reality, it's just this. It's just conversations like this.
But you live in Malaga?
Yes.
Okay, that's on the beach?
Yes.
Okay, you're
It's good life.
yeah, you got the beach hair, the beach blonde hair. The
Surfer.
yeah, you do you do like the lemon juice? Have you heard of that? The lemon juice with the hair?
This is, you work and then what do you do?
No, I go to the gym. I go
You
to
go to the gym.
yeah, all that stuff. Yeah,
Do you like the gym?
Is
here?
that why is that a surprise to you?
No, because
But no, obviously I go to the gym. Yeah.
So right there, I was being a little bit cocky. We were talking about hobbies and stuff like that. And I said, or she asked me what I did. I told her that I go to the gym a lot. And she was like, oh, you go to the gym. And she kind of acted like almost like surprised when I said that. And I was like, hold up. Like, I got some biceps. You know, I could show off a little bit. And she's like, and I was like, why are you surprised? Why is that a surprise to you? And she started talking a little bit, and I just like, I kind of like, you can't really see it because I'm like, it's in front of me, but you know, my arm is in front of me and I kind of just like tap my bicep like this. And she just started like giggling a little bit and like laughing. When you're having these conversations and when things kind of slow down for you, and also when you actually meet a girl who aligns with you and she seems open to actually talking, like this girl was, things just become easier. You can kind of just make jokes because you feel really comfortable around, you know, this girl. And to be honest, you never know what type of girl you're going to end up talking to. Okay. Some women are a lot more reserved and they don't really open up. So yeah, then you have to do a lot more of the talking. And to be honest, those conversations are kind of like boring anyways. The types of women that I personally think are the coolest are women like this, that, you know, they're open to being approached. They're open to being spoken to. They aren't on TikTok 24/7. They, you know, sit at a park and they just kind of sit there and enjoy the sun. And then, you know, a guy walks up to them and they're like, oh, hey, cool. You know, they're open to talking. Okay. That's why I do recommend, like, if you do approach women, I mean, definitely like places like parks, like cafes. Women that are like by themselves and independent tend to be more open to this type of stuff. And that doesn't mean you shouldn't approach women that are in groups. Okay. Because independent, you know, cool women also have friends and they walk around together. So you'll see them together, you know, in a group of 3 or something. And it's like, yeah, one of those girls might be a cool girl that's open to talking, right?
No, but I've been.
yeah, because you have a real routine.
Yes, no, for sure. Well, it's like when you live in a place for a long time. Like, yeah, I need a routine, you know. It grounds me. The gym is like very grounding to me. Like I no matter where I go in the world, I can go to the gym, and it's like the environment is very grounding to me. Like the machines. You should, yeah, it's good. The machines are the same, the dumbbells, everything. I know exactly what to do.
So here's another thing that it's a little bit more like in depth, but when you talk about things, like when you talk about yourself, don't just say something that you like and then leave it at that. Explain why you like it. Okay. So right here, for example, she asked me, what do you do? I said, I go to the gym. And then I started, explaining why I like the gym so much. And I'm saying how like it grounds me. I like, anywhere you go, there's always going to be a gym, and you just immediately like can sort of feel like you're in a routine again. The machines are always the same. The dumbbells are always the same, basically. Like you can just sort of get into it again. And that's cool. Okay. Like talking about why you like things is really important because it talks, you're showing who you are. Okay. It's important. It's not just about the girl and asking her questions or whatever. It's also about you talking about yourself so that she could tell, you know, is this a guy that I like or not? And it's good. Be honest about things, okay? If she asked you, what do you like to do? And you say, I love watching, you know, history movies, you know, about World War II, own it. Like, talk about why you like it. Don't just say, oh, I like World War II documentaries. Tell her, I like watching World War II documentaries because that was like such a crazy, impactful moment in history. And like, we all know about it, but there's like so much that happened that I feel like most people don't really know about, and schools don't really teach you about like the details, you know what I mean? There's like so much shit that went down. It's like, once you start getting into it, it's like you can just be in it forever, honestly. I know I'm kind of nerdy, but like, it's fun. That's my hobby. And okay, maybe that girl may or may not like you, but at least you're talking about yourself. You're kind of polarizing her. It's like you're forcing her to decide, like, okay, am I into a guy who's kind of nerdy? Because by the way, there's plenty of women out there that as soon as they hear you talk about how you're a, you know, nerd about history, and then, you know, they combine that with the fact that you approach them, which, you know, shows that you're confident. They like that a lot. They love like nerdy hobbies, okay? Women just, obviously, if you're a nerdy guy who is really shy and closed off and kind of ashamed about his nerdy hobbies, that's obviously unattractive. But if you're a nerdy guy who just fucking owns it and you're like, yeah, I'm a nerdy guy, so fucking what? Like, yeah, I play Catan with my friends. It's like really fun. Like, we get together, we, you know, get a couple of drinks, and it's like the best night of the week. Like, I look forward to it all the time. Like, having passion about what you're doing in your life, no matter what it is, bro, that is so attractive to anybody, okay? That's how you make friends, like with guys as well, but especially with women. When you're approaching them, you want to be talking passionately about the things that you're passionate about, okay?
Cool. Well, cool. Let's exchange WhatsApps. Let's get coffee. My phone is very low on battery, but I can give you my number, and then
Okay.
I want to save my battery.
You forgot to charge your phone?
Yes, it's a bad habit. It's a bad habit of mine. But, okay, creo que todo bien.
Bueno,
Sí.
vamos
Okay.
a tomar un café.
Sí. Cool.
Listo.
Okay, mucho gusto.
Encantada.
Ciao.
Ciao.
So the video itself, like, it's only about like, you know, a few minutes, but the conversation did go on for longer. It was like somewhere between like 5 to 10 minutes or something. And, you know, once we got to a point, we kind of covered a few different topics. I was like, all right, cool. Let's just grab numbers or something. Exchange numbers. Typically, a good rule of thumb is you want to ask for her number once you've already covered a few different topics, okay? And I've actually made this mistake myself sometimes, where I'll approach a girl and I'll just talk to her for like a minute, and then I'll kind of like prematurely, sort of like, maybe because I'm like a little bit nervous or something, I'll just like ask for her number and just get out of there. And I'm like, all right, she's never gonna text me back, because we just didn't get into it enough. We didn't really talk and get to know each other at all. If you walked up to a girl and you learned that she was, you know, visiting from a foreign country or something, you know, ask her, oh, cool, like, you know, what are your plans out here? What do you like doing when you're back at home? Like, do you like traveling? What other countries have you been to? What type of stuff do you like to do for fun? How long are you going to be here for, right? There's so many topics you could talk about. Like, what do you do for work? Do you study, or like whatever? And then obviously, you know, you talk about yourself as well. You do everything else I mentioned. And after you've already covered a few different topics, then you could ask for her number. Usually if it's just a minute or two and you haven't really talked about enough, it's not really going to work. I mean, she might give you her number, but she probably won't text you back, honestly. Another thing I want to mention real quick is that don't ask for her number, like literally. Say, let's exchange numbers, or let me grab your number. Asking a girl for her number, again, it's kind of asking for permission. I'm sure you've heard this before, like permission seeking, all this stuff. You want this to just be like a smooth, natural thing. Like, let's just grab numbers, you know, as if you're a guy who does this all the time. It might feel weird for you to like be that assertive, right? Because it is kind of assertive to say, let's grab, or let's exchange numbers, rather than asking for permission and being like, can I have your number? But there is a big difference in, you know, what's more attractive. And it's going to be this one, okay? Let's exchange numbers is you being assertive and kind of cocky a little bit, which is attractive. Can I have your number is you're putting her on a pedestal and she's going to be fucking turned off. And if you have a 10-minute conversation, everything's going well, and then you end it with, can I have your number? Bro, it's going to kind of be a turn off, okay? The truth is, and I get into this in my other videos even more, but you don't want to ask for permission with this stuff, okay? Just do it. Just do stuff. I know we all grew up watching or, consuming Twitter and TikTok, and we kind of became afraid. A lot of us men that are like under 30. And even if you're over 30 watching this, a lot of men are afraid of overstepping a woman's boundaries and being respectful and all that stuff. Bro, you want to be more assertive, and honestly, women find it very attractive when a man just goes for what he wants, okay? If she says, no, I'm not interested, okay, respect it, right? Always push further and further, but if there's some resistance, if she, tells you that she's not interested, always respect it, okay? But never ask to escalate, right? Getting her number, asking her out on a date, even in the way that we talk about things, where it's asking for a number, asking for a date. Bro, just do it. Grab her number. Let's go on a date when you text her, right? Things like that. If you're interested in one-on-one coaching, I do offer that, and the link for that is down below. You could also check out this video here. It'll be super helpful for you. And that's it for this video, guys. I will see you next time.